This is the end for me. There's some better actors out there that can do things that I was never able to do. And that's what I've gotten to.
But if you don't engage the ego, if you know how to manipulate or play around with the ego.
But what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they live in separate.
It seems Jay-Z might be fully embodying the adage, hell hath no fury like a lover scorned, if the latest gossip mill is to be believed. There's a long-standing rumor circulating about Beyonce and Terrence Howard, and apparently Jay-Z is not taking it lightly. When it comes to Queen Bey, Jay-Z is known to be fiercely protective. Rumors swirl about his ability to significantly impact the careers of those who disrespect or cross Beyonce in any way. Now let's take a moment to delve into Terrence Howard's journey. Remember when he was dominating Hollywood like it was his own personal kingdom? Those were the glory days. However, as of late, he's been conspicuously absent from the spotlight. Speculation is rife, with whispers suggesting that Jay-Z might have had a hand in his sudden retreat from the limelight due to his connection with Beyonce. Now, it appears Terrence Howard is gearing up to reveal the truth. Rumor has it that he's prepared to share his side of the story, ready to spill the tea and set the record straight. Let's dive into it. Terrence Howard has stated that he retired from the spotlight with a noble purpose, to make way for new talent and to contribute to saving the planet.
This is the end for me. There's some better actors out there that can do things that I was never able to do. And that's what I've gotten to.
Folks aren't quite buying Terrence Howard's explanation. They're casting some serious side-eye and pointing fingers directly at Jay-Z and Beyonce. Why the suspicion, you ask? Well, it stems from a past incident involving Beyonce and Terrence. But before we dive into that, let's take a moment to marvel at Queen Bey's remarkable stage presence. This woman operates on a different level. Remember when she flawlessly performed despite a bleeding ear? Or how she powered through a concert during an actual lightning storm. And let's not forget her iconic performance at the 2011 VMAs, dancing with a baby bump while serenading us effortlessly, even when her hair got tangled in a fan. If that weren't impressive enough, she sang live while tipped back 45 degrees on a chair, all while pregnant with twins. Even before her iconic solo acts, Beyonce was already capturing attention as a member of the original Destiny's Child quartet. She always commanded the stage. This brings us to the drama that unfolded between Beyonce and Terrence. There was a time when she quite literally took Terrence Howard's breath away, and fans still can't stop talking about it. It happened 16 years ago, yet the YouTube clip of that moment continues to draw comments to this day, highlighting the Empire actor's hilarious reaction to Queen Bey's presence. Back in 2004, Destiny's Child released their sultry R&B jam, Cater to You, which became a hit among fans, especially the fellas. The song is all about these gorgeous ladies pledging to serve up some serious TLC to their men whenever they please. Fast forward 17 years, and it's a whole different narrative. People are attempting to cancel the tune, calling out its lyrics for not being exactly progressive when it comes to women. Lines like, "My life would be purposeless without you," and "When you come home late, tap me on my shoulder, I'll roll over," aren't sitting well with the crowd these days. But let's rewind to 2005, when things were markedly different. Remember when Destiny's Child absolutely slayed the stage with Cater to You at the BET Awards? Those ladies were on fire, dressed to the nines in elegant nude brown dresses that accentuated every curve. And Beyonce? Don't even get me started. People were utterly mesmerized by her beauty, with YouTube commentators still swooning over her looks to this day. Now here's where things get juicy. The girls were looking for 3 lucky dudes to join them on stage for a little catering special. And who does Beyonce pick? None other than Terrence Howard, who happened to be sitting right next to her parents. At first, Howard was all smiles, but as the performance went on, his expression shifted. He looked less like he was enjoying the show and more like he was about to bolt for the nearest exit. Some fans are even speculating that his change in demeanor might have something to do with knowing Jay-Z's reputation. And wouldn't you know it, shortly after that awkward moment, Howard's career started to take a nosedive. Coincidence? Some folks don't think so. Well, money has always been an issue in the industry. It appears that Terrence Howard has reached a breaking point, expressing grievances about his experiences within the industry. He has suggested that something unjust has occurred in his career. Terrence Howard is undoubtedly familiar familiar to both movie and TV audiences. With an extensive list of screen credits documented on IMDb, Howard's career received a significant boost when he landed the role of Jackie Jackson in the 1992 made-for-TV movie The Jacksons, an American dream depicting the story of the Jackson 5. Following this breakout performance, he starred alongside Martin Lawrence in the 2000 film Big Mama's House, which further elevated his profile in the industry. Howard's talent led to notable projects, including his role in the ensemble drama Crash, which won the Best Picture Oscar at the 2006 Academy Awards.
And the Oscar goes to Crash.
In the following years, Howard secured the lead role in the rap drama Hustle and Flow, a performance that earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. His diverse portfolio also included notable projects such as Iron Man, Disney's The Princess and the Frog, the lead role in the short-lived spin-off Law & Order, L.A., and a significant part in director Lee Daniels' The Butler. When Daniels was assembling the cast for his television series Empire, Howard was tapped for the starring role of rapper and mogul Lucius Lyon. The show proved to be a resounding success, running from 2015 until 2020.
I love what you did with the hum. Open up a track for me.
Alongside his on-screen triumphs, Howard is the one actor who is hard to work with. Terrence Howard has garnered a reputation for being challenging to work with, a label that some have attributed to his passionate nature. According to an unnamed television executive cited in the New York Post, Howard is known for being quick to anger and for his uncompromising demeanor when things don't go his way.
When you said after you complete these 15 episodes of Empire, you got to walk away for a while or forever?
For good. I mean, everyone keeps trying to tell me don't say it's forever.
However, Howard himself sees his behavior differently. Reflecting on an early experience in his career, he recounted to the New York Times an incident on the set of The Cosby Show. At just 19 years old, he landed a minor role on the hit sitcom only to later discover he had been cut from the episode. Incensed by this, Howard confronted Bill Cosby directly, insisting on his dignity as a fellow man. This confrontation resulted in consequences for Howard's career, as the casting agent refused to work with him again.
I had an opportunity to go and be on The Cosby Show, and I remember walking around it and watching Bill Cosby.
For Howard, this incident established a pattern for his professional life. He explained that he is willing to stand up for what he believes in, even if it means facing repercussions. Terrence Howard landed what could be considered his career-defining role when he was cast as Jim Rhodey Rhodes, also known as War Machine, in the 2008 blockbuster film Iron Man. Notably, Howard was the first actor selected for the role and commanded the highest salary, reportedly earning $3.5 million with the potential for an additional $5 million if a sequel materialized. He even purportedly offered to reduce his own salary by $1 million to facilitate the casting of Robert Downey Jr., whose well-publicized struggles with substance abuse made the studio hesitant to hire him.
It turns out that the person that I helped become Iron Man, when it was time to re-up for the second one, took the money that was supposed to go to me.
However, when Iron Man 2 was greenlit, Howard claimed he received the news that his role would be diminished along with the promised salary. Allegedly, his agent tersely dismissed the studio's decision with an expletive-laden response before cutting off communication. Subsequently, Don Cheadle assumed the role of Rhodey.
Are you Tony Stank?
Yes, this is Tony Stank.
Howard revealed feeling snubbed by Downey, asserting that his attempts to reach out were met with silence until he left a message emphasizing the support he had extended in the past. According to Howard, Downey never responded, leaving him feeling slighted, particularly considering what he perceived as the financial gain Downey enjoyed at his expense. Howard suggested that Downey profited to the tune of $100 million, indirectly referencing Downey's substantial earnings from subsequent Marvel films and back-end deals.
Terrence Howard and Robert Downey Jr. haven't had the best relationship in the last 10 years, and now he's blaming him for losing $100 million.
In 2008, the release of Iron Man marked the beginning of the most successful franchise in Hollywood history, catapulting Robert Downey Jr. into the ranks of A-list superstardom. Virtually every individual associated with the film, including Kevin Feige, Jon Favreau, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Paul Bettany, has since become an integral part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, one actor departed the superhero flick feeling deeply aggrieved by Marvel Studios. Terrence Howard, initially cast as Colonel James "Rhodey" Rhodes, Tony Stark's right-hand man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, seemed like an ideal fit for the role. However, despite his promising start, Howard's journey with the franchise took an unexpected turn, leading to his departure before Iron Man 2 Inches began filming.
Was that the case? We had a 3-picture deal that, that before we did the first one, everything was already set out what was going to take place with that. They chose not to honor that deal.
The decision to part ways with Howard stemmed from a variety of factors, including conflicts on set and contentious financial negotiations. Despite his portrayal of Rhodey being well received, behind-the-scenes tensions and disagreements with the studio ultimately led to his exit from the franchise. While Howard's departure prevented him from appearing in subsequent Marvel films like Avengers: Infinity War, the circumstances surrounding his exit underscore the complex dynamics at play within the entertainment industry.
They wanted to go in the direction of having Robert remain as the lead because War Machine was supposed to take over the second one. And so they gave me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Terrence Howard's collaboration with Marvel Studios mirrored the uneasy alliance of Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. While their partnership may have shown promise initially, it was fraught with discord, ultimately leading to conflict. Howard's reputation for being difficult to work with preceded him, casting a shadow over his tenure with Marvel. Known for his irascible attitude, Howard openly admitted to the challenges of collaborating with him. This demeanor, ingrained in him since his early acting days, often proved detrimental to his career. During his role in The Best Man, Howard's insistence on delivering lines in his preferred serious tone clashed with the production's vision for the scene.
I don't give a damn what y'all say. Ain't nothing natural about no monogamy.
These incidents underscored Howard's propensity for friction in collaborative settings, setting the stage for his tumultuous relationship with Marvel Studios. According to reports from the New York Post and industry insiders, Terrence Howard's reputation as a hothead and his need for control over every aspect of his work have been well documented. These traits, combined with a history of accusations, created a challenging dynamic for any collaborative effort. Marvel Studios, known for its assertiveness and occasional clashes with talent over creative differences, has seen its fair share of high-profile departures, including Edward Norton, Edgar Wright, and Patty Jenkins.
As is evident, I got more worried about it. I was very interested because I loved it. I'm not like snobby.
In the mid-2000s, Terrence Howard's star was on the rise, bolstered by acclaimed performances in films like Hustle and Flow and Crash. Marvel recognized his talent and offered him a substantial paycheck, reportedly between $3.5 and $4.5 million, to portray Colonel James "Rhodey" Rhodes in Iron Man. Surpassing even Robert Downey Jr.'s initial earnings, Howard became not only the first actor signed for the film, but also the highest-paid star in the entire production.
A gut feeling that this movie was going to be really transformative?
No, check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow.
Initially, Howard's collaboration with Marvel appeared promising, with the studio even promising him an additional $5 million if Iron Man 2 Inches moved forward. However, despite the sequel's confirmation, Howard never got the chance to reprise his role as War Machine. The reasons behind this abrupt departure involve a complex interplay of personal and professional dynamics, ultimately resulting in Howard's exit from the franchise. The conclusion of Iron Man holds one of the most poignant moments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as Terrence Howard's character, considering donning the War Machine suit, utters the bittersweet words, "Next time, baby." However, this next time never materialized for Howard.
Next time, baby.
Reports from the set of Iron Man suggested that Howard's behavior was causing friction among colleagues, earning him a reputation for being difficult to work with. Additionally, director Jon Favreau reportedly had reservations about Howard's portrayal of Rhodey, leading to extensive reshoots and edits.
I was mentioning in your intro, the fact that this whole thing started with, I remember when you were working on that Iron Man movie and when you were doing...
As preparations for Iron Man 2 Inches began, Marvel sought to reduce Howard's character's prominence in the sequel. This decision escalated into a financial dispute. Howard claimed he had a 3-film contract with Marvel, entitling him to $8 million for the sequel. However, due to the aforementioned conflicts, the studio purportedly offered him only $1 million, significantly less than his initial earnings. Howard, taken aback by the studio studio's stance, described it as the surprise of a lifetime. Unwilling to accept such a substantial pay cut, Howard opted to part ways with the franchise. The financial impasse marked the end of his tenure as Rhodey in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You walked away from that looking like the bad guy, looking like you were difficult. Terrence is holding out for more money, demanding, I want $100 million for this.
No.
Following Terrence Howard's departure from the role of Rhodey, Marvel wasted no time in seeking out a replacement. According to Rolling Stone, the day after the fallout with Howard, Marvel was already in discussions with Don Cheadle. With a stellar portfolio that includes standout performances in films like Hotel Rwanda and the Ocean's 11 trilogy, Cheadle was a natural choice to step into the War Machine armor for Iron Man 2.
You're in the right place. Thank you for that. Never dropping that, by the way.
Interestingly, Cheadle's involvement with the Marvel Cinematic Universe almost predates Howard's tenure. Reports suggest that Cheadle was initially considered for the role of Rhodey in the first Iron Man film, indicating that Marvel had him in mind for the character even before Howard's casting. As the actor explained to MTV News, "I met very early on before the first one with Jon Favreau and the team, and I guess there was a split. Some people Terrence, some people me." Howard backs that story up, telling the radio show Sway in the Morning via Cinema Blend, "Really, initially they wanted Don in that role, but my agent pushed me in, so I never had any beef with Don about it."
You know, we always get to have these sort of down notes in a good way. I think there's always a lot of eye candy and very dramatic things happening and big spectacular fights and really amazing.
James Rhodey Rhodes debuted in Iron Man 118, created by David Michelini, Bob Layton, John Byrne, Glynis Wein, and Irving Watanabe. From his inception, Rhodey became an integral part of Tony Stark's narrative, evolving into a hero in his own right.
And where it comes to Rhodey, I'm glad that this is something that's carried through and that is, wasn't just dropped. It's a line that is actually goes through both of the films.
And eventually donning the War Machine armor. However, when Terrence Howard assumed the role of Rhodey in the first Iron Man film, reports surfaced of a rift between him and Robert Downey Jr., allegedly stemming from pay disputes. Entertainment Weekly detailed Howard's purported difficulties on set and director Jon Favreau's dissatisfaction with his performance, prompting reshoots. Adding to the complexity, Howard was reportedly the highest paid actor in the film, an uncommon situation for a supporting character. Ultimately, Don Cheadle took over the role of Rhodey in Iron Man 2 Inches and subsequent Marvel Cinematic Universe installments, marking the end of Howard's tenure as the character. According to Howard, a pay dispute over the Iron Man sequel, combined with a lack of support from Downey Jr., led to his dismissal from the role and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. "And guess who got the millions I was supposed to get?" Howard said in a 2015 Rolling Stone interview. "Downey Jr. got the whole franchise, so I've actually given him $100 million, which ends up being a $100 million loss for me trying to look after somebody." When questioned about rumors linking his departure from Iron Man 2 Inches to pay disputes involving F. Downey Jr. in future sequels, Terrence Howard addressed the issue on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live. Howard asserted that the deals were pre-negotiated, but he was offered considerably less to reprise his role as James Rhodes, reportedly around $1 million. Additionally, Howard claimed that Downey Jr. did not respond to his attempts to seek assistance regarding the matter. "We did a 3-picture deal, so that means that you did the deal ahead of time, a certain amount for the first one, a certain amount for the second one, a certain amount for the third," Howard told Bravo via Today. "They came to me with the second and said, 'Look, we will pay you 1/8 of what we contractually had for you because we think the second one will be successful with or without you.' And I called my friend that I helped get the first job, and he didn't call me back for 3 months." Howard has reportedly suggested that if any person who tried to open up about this for compensation, he or she has to bend over to the exec. Behind Hollywood's glittering facade lies a realm of untold stories, shrouded in mystery and darkness. Throughout its history, the entertainment industry has been plagued by unresolved scandals and sinister secrets that remain hidden. From the days when artists were extorted by notorious criminal syndicates to the era when taboo behaviors led to a decline in mental health, Hollywood's underbelly is filled with enigmatic tales. Yet, these stories largely remain concealed from the public, as those who dared to expose the industry's dark side often met tragic fates.
Nobody wants to take that clear path. They kind of want to, they want to kind of thrive off.
But what bothers the public is it all happened after his contact with Bey and Jay, and people have speculated that she was cheating with Jay at that time. Beyonce and Jay-Z's legendary status in the music industry is widely acknowledged, and their love story seems like something out of a fairy tale. However, behind the glamour, there are hints that their marriage might not be as flawless as they present it to be. One glaring red flag is their commitment to extreme secrecy. Fans have long tried to piece together the timeline of their relationship, but the couple has been tight-lipped, providing minimal information about their journey. The narrative of Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship often relies on fans piecing together fragments from interviews, as the couple has been notably tight-lipped about their personal lives. While it's clear they crossed paths in the music industry, Beyonce has shared that she approached their connection cautiously. According to her, she and Jay-Z were friends for a significant year and a half before romance entered the picture. The deliberate pacing of their relationship adds an intriguing layer to their story, leaving fans to speculate on what may have transpired during that initial period of friendship.
But I can say to make sure you have your own life before you're someone else's wife.
When Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship started to take a more serious turn, they made efforts to keep it low-key. Their first collaboration was on Jay-Z's 2002 track Bonnie and Clyde, sparking speculation about their connection. Despite public curiosity, they insisted they were just friends. Beyonce emphasized the importance of their foundation in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, stating, "We were friends first. Before we went on any dates, we were on the phone for a year and a half. That foundation is so important in a relationship. Just to have someone that you just like is so important, and someone that is honest." However, as they continued attending public events together, the nature of their relationship became increasingly apparent. Despite this, the two artists denied any romantic involvement, leaving fans wondering about the reasons behind their hesitancy and shyness. In 2003, Beyonce addressed the situation, shedding light on their decision to keep things under wraps. Beyonce's concerns about privacy are valid, as controversies often overshadow an artist's true work. Over the 2 decades of their union, Jay-Z and Beyonce have faced numerous scandals, particularly centered around allegations of infidelity against Jay-Z. Interestingly, while the couple remains private on certain aspects, their music has not shied away from addressing personal matters, creating a paradox. Despite the couple's privacy, their music occasionally delves into their personal lives, including rumors and controversies. This apparent contradiction may be attributed to the fact that Jay-Z and Beyonce are astute business individuals who understand the public's curiosity about their personal lives, especially details about their wedding.
We were never a celebrity couple. We were a couple who just happened to be celebrities.
But do you think is it only Jay's fault? Beyonce herself has been rumored to be involved with many men. Queen Bey's personal life remains a well-guarded secret, leaving fans in the dark about her romantic history. Despite limited media coverage on her love life, the public is consistently curious about the details behind closed doors. While documentaries have showcased Beyonce's deep affection for her current partner, Jay-Z, the question of her previous romantic interests remains unanswered. The enigma surrounding her past relationships adds to the intrigue, fueling speculation and fascination among fans eager to uncover the details of her romantic journey before she and Jay-Z became a power couple. Starting from her high school sweetheart, Bey dated him for almost a decade before they split when she began touring the world with Destiny's Child. From the age of 12, however, Lyndall knew that a young Beyonce was a control freak who was determined to become famous. During their relationship, they just did kid stuff and hung out, but at the age of 15, Lyndall cheated on the pop star by losing his virginity with another girl. Although they split for a while, they reconciled, but Lyndall fell down the same hole and was unfaithful again. In 2000, Bey started hanging out with Jay-Z and put an end to an era of puppy love.
I love her. I called her, talked to her on the phone. She was on tour, and she actually came in at 3 in the morning, did her vocal, stayed there really late, which I really am appreciative of. That was really nice, and her rap came out.
Then during the early days of Destiny's Child, the girl group often crossed paths with fellow boy band NSYNC at many entertainment events. Reportedly, they started dating in 2002 when Justin was just 22 and Beyonce was 20. They spent 4 years together and collaborated on multiple songs such as 03 Bonnie and Clyde, Crazy in Love, and Until the End of Time. They even still performed together in 2013 at Justin's Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony. After breaking up in 2006, Justin went on to marry actress Jessica Biel in 2012. Beyonce went on to marry rapper Jay-Z in 2008.
And I didn't even know he would be there, and they asked me to do it, and I was like, I don't know, and then they said, Justin's coming. I'm like, you're lying, there's no way. He showed up, he had his leotard, his pumps.
Although their romantic relationship is over, the two have remained friends over the years. It was also rumored that Justin and Queen Bey locked lips at one of the showbiz parties, but nothing further came of it. Justin was a young bachelor dating a handful of different women, and Bey was in a long-term relationship that was coming to the end of its tether. However, it was also reported that Justin also dated Rihanna, and Rihanna has also once dated Jay, at least according to the reports. Due to this, many people believe that their marriage is nothing but a business. The list is too long to be finished. Shawn Paul was also rumored to be in a relationship with Beyonce. The rapper, known for No Lie, has consistently asserted that his connection with the singer was solely based on collaborating on a single project and a few live performances. Despite this clarification, rumors of a romantic involvement have lingered. However, he continues to debunk these unfounded speculations, reaffirming that there is no substance to these persistent tall tales. "I wish I did," Shawn Paul told the Daily Beast. At the time, Beyonce and New York rapper Jay-Z were keeping their relationship under wraps, though fan speculation proved there was little the future Mr. and Mrs. Carter could keep to themselves. But none of that was of concern for Shawn Paul. Instead, he was focused on the task at hand. After learning that Beyonce was a fan of his, he says her team reached out extending the opportunity to collab. "I thought it was going to be R&B, but it ended up being dancehall, so that made me go off. That was a bangin' track, man," he said. The duo's steamy lyrics quickly stirred fans' curiosity, leading some to speculate that their artistic collaboration might be mirroring real-life romance. However, these circulating rumors eventually created a strain between the two artists, hindering future opportunities for them to perform together. Shawn Paul, in an interview with the Daily Beast, vehemently denied any romantic involvement with Beyonce. He admitted to admiring her beauty, a sentiment many could understand, but clarified that their relationship was purely professional. At the time when the rumors surfaced, Beyonce was in a relationship with Jay-Z, adding a layer of complexity to the situation. According to Paul, they had to address the issue and have a conversation about it. The origins of the rumors were traced back to a performance glitch in Los Angeles, where technical difficulties, including his microphone being turned off during their rendition of Baby Boy, contributed to peculiar incidents that fueled the gossip.
Thank you. That was my first #1 I was on. So that was amazing. Whirlwind time for me.
First #1, huh?
Yeah. So I've had 4 on the Billboard charts now.
The situation intensified when Shawn Paul faced additional unexplained audio issues on stage, particularly during a performance in Scotland. "That's when we had a serious conversation because the rumors were getting out of hand," Shawn Paul disclosed. After the second audio glitch, Beyonce confronted him about the swirling speculations, expressing concerns about potential damage to her career. Shawn Paul recalled telling her, "Listen, I knew Jay before I met you, and we were friends. So maybe I should talk to him. If he has any issues, we should address them because it's not coming from me." A keen observer noted, Bey and Jay are so far removed from regular people and artists who are just trying to share their music with the world. They are so famous and so rich that he feels okay with having a tantrum because she didn't win in the specific category he believes she should win. There are many other talented artists besides Beyonce. Jay needs to take a seat. So is it all because of fame and money? Well, Terrence's expressions say it all. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.